Hey, this is Dave King from Brightside and the Solar Panel. I want to give a special shout out to your Aussie Facebook group for Suns fans. And
welcome everybody to the Phoenix Suns Aussie fans page, Suns Pod, Season 2, Episode 5. I am Gav. I've missed that every week so far, introducing myself properly, which everybody clearly wants to know. I am Gav. We are here with our favourite crew, three other people who don't matter. Sorry, Boyd. Boyd, welcome along. How you going?
Howdy do. How are you?
Very good, mate. Very good. I see you got campaign in the background there.
Yes, mate. Campaigning for campaign. He will come good. Don't worry.
Yep, sliding below both Landry Shamet and Alfred Payton as we speak.
We'll see.
How are you going?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. How you going?
No one's ever asked me that, so you got me on the back foot. Good.
All right,
and
boy,
Nate,
how you going, mate?
Nate, how you doing? Marley's shirt, Marley's background.
Yeah.
Goods, mate.
Mate, I'm repping my favourite bar. I'm missing it. Having withdrawals, so I'm just settling in. Poured a drink, sitting at the bar,
Love it, mate. Well done. He's on the wines this week instead of the Scotch normally?
Bourbon. Yeah, bourbon.
Bourbon. Yep. So on the wine this week, look, massive
Proud
week of
sponsor
Suns
the Phoenix
basketball.
Suns.
Really? I didn't even know that. Massive week of Suns basketball. We will roll straight into the week wrap. So game one, what we're going to do, today's going to be a little bit different. We're going to tighten it up a little bit on a lot of our topics. Keep it short, keep it sweet. Short comments, each of the games. Same with all of our other topics. And we have added another layer to what we have within the podcast. And that layer will focus more on topical interest pieces throughout the week. And I think that's important. But game one of the week was against New Orleans. We had a win 112-100. Bridges, 22 points. Booker Crowder, 8 rebounds each. And CP3, 18 assists in the same game that he did break the record and move ahead. Hamo, what do you think of that game against New Orleans?
Look, it was a very disappointing start, in my opinion. I think we really should have come out guns blazing against a team that was down quite a few players. Overall, I think we're really missing Ayton in the paint, like Valanciunas, however you say it. Sorry, guys. I think he really ate up the paint. I can't remember, but I think he was in the 30-somethings for his points. But yeah, I feel we were lucky. From what I saw, I was working, but from what I saw, I believe that we were pretty lucky to get the win.
Boyd, thoughts?
Yeah, bit of a letdown that game. I predicted we'd give it to him. We'd give it to him easily, but we didn't, man. We came out similar to how we finished that fourth quarter of the previous game, and little bit lackluster, but and Booker had a stinker. But yeah, look, CP3, 18 assists. He managed to get the boys rolling and getting the right guys the ball at the right time, and we came home strong and just got it. But yeah, nothing to write home about that game, guys.
Nate, thoughts?
Yeah, I'm no different, mate. We were lucky to get that 12-point win in the end, I reckon. I don't know what happened there. Glad to move on to the next one. Take the W.
Yeah, look, I think our first half in particular was really poor. As Hamo said, JV, he's had a great season for New Orleans. And
He has, man. He's done well.
He had 23 and 14. Played a pretty good game in the first half. Chris Paul took over in the second half. Mikal Bridges was fantastic. The positive was that a lot of the times against these poor sides, we've dropped these games and we were able to bring it home. And in have a pretty comfortable win. But yeah, not the most awe-inspiring game we've seen this year. Houston 121-111. Book 27 points, Ayton 11 rebounds, CP3 13 assists. Hame, what do you think of the Houston game?
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. From the notes that I've got here, once again, I didn't get to see all the game. But Book had a pretty good game considering he didn't have the greatest shooting night. You know, I've got him down here for 8 from 18 for 44%. From what I did see and what the numbers say, CP3 was pretty much just shite unless he was passing the ball. You know, he had 13 assists, which is great, but when you're shooting 30% from the field and 1 from 5 from 3-point, it's pretty awful. Ayton played strong, considering he was still injured. I'm not too sure about what's going on with his injury. I guess we're going to find out tonight, hopefully. But, you know, 8 from 17 wasn't too bad from a guy that just sat out a game or two. So, yeah, overall, I think the Houston game was pretty good. The one thing I wanted to point out was Alfred Payton on reasonably limited time, 13 minutes, 37 seconds. He managed to have 6 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal, shooting 75%. Did have 2 turnovers, but I think that was a pretty good. He was sitting back seeing CP3 wasn't able to, you know, necessarily facilitate a lot of things he normally does. But yeah, that was my take on the game.
No.
Mate, I made a point last week of saying this was the game I really wanted to watch. I was quite intrigued, and then when I watched the game, I watched the first half, and then I watched the whole thing again in replay because I missed the second half, and shit, it wasn't the game I thought I was going to watch. It really wasn't. A couple of good points. I mean, Ayton looked good. I didn't think the end numbers really did him justice. And the reason I say it like that is because of how much shit you bastards gave me last week for not giving it the eye test and just looking at the box score. So I make a point of saying that. Even though technically he was outperformed by Christian Wood, he did play 10 less minutes. So I thought, great game there. One laughable takeaway I did want to mention from the broadcast, I don't know if anyone saw it. EJ made a comment on Kevin Porter. He said, if I was a veteran on that team, I'd wait till he went to sleep on the plane and cut that thing off. In reference to his 2 strands hanging in his face. I just pissed myself laughing at that broadcast. I thought, spot on, EJ. Good work.
Yeah.
It's like when Alfred Payton had that Hey Arnold hairdo and blocked his own shot. That was hilarious.
He thought it was a good luck charm. What the hell?
Yeah, it's not a good look. Boyd.
Yeah, I love me some EJ, man. Eddie Johnson. Look, we could be down 30 points with 10 minutes to go, and Eddie Johnson can talk me around and make me think we're going to win the game. He's something special.
This week it's worked.
Yep.
It made it. Well, yeah, it has. But yeah, look, I was hoping to see some more DA on Christian Wood, but he obviously played more of the 4. And they had that rookie center. Was it Sengun?
Sengun?
Yeah.
Man, I enjoyed watching DA sort of cut his teeth on that rook. Man, that was really nice to watch. And but yeah, look, that game again, it was nothing spectacular. Now I still don't know how I'm going to convince you all that Alfred Payton isn't the saint, and it's still campaign, still our backup. But because Alfred made it a bit tough for me because he seemed to do everything that I said he wasn't doing in the last pod. So he made me look a little bit silly.
I never said that Alfred Payton would be better than Campaign.
No, I know you didn't. That was a Gav reference from earlier pod.
Good. Very good.
That was a long time ago. I did change.
I don't forget, mate.
I did change to Landry Shamet though.
Yes, that's right. I'm not forgetting either. But look, I think I look. I think CP3 in this game, although he's not he's not bringing that scoring punch that he used to be able to bring. I think that'll still come, and I think he's waiting until late in the third and fourth quarter to be more clutch and do it when we absolutely need it. Until then, he's trying to get other guys going and get the other guys some rhythm and get them seeing the bottom of the net. So I'm happy for CP3 to do this for now while we're still squeaking out wins and just trying to get the other guys going. I just wish that he'd get my boy Cam Johnson, who's another guy who's making me look stupid with my previous predictions on him. But
Start him at power forward, he said.
Yeah. Of course look.
He's doing all right, man.
I still think it's coming, man. It's
inevitable eventually.
It's still coming. But anyway, yeah. Back to Houston. Like not great, but I think I saw some flashes there. Again, we'll take the W.
Yeah. So this game was far worse than the New Orleans game. It was fucking horrible. It was a horrible game of basketball. Houston are young. Phoenix did what they had to do to win the game, and that was it. Deandre Ayton was great against a couple of bigger guys, and he played a really solid game. Book was great. I think the real thing that stood out for me in this game was the play calls for Shamet. So he had 19 in this game, and the play calls changed from what we'd seen in the previous games. And his penetration and passing is solid, but it's not spectacular. I think we called the right play calls for Shamet in this, where we were able to get him open, get him on the outside, and that showed into the game we're just about to talk about. But
before you move on from that, Gav, though, it was interesting how much conversation Shamet got on not just the broadcast, but various pods. We were talking about EJ in the broadcast and K-Ray were praising him for looking at that spot up three from the corner and then drove the basket. Now, he missed, but he got praised for switching it up and doing what they weren't expecting. Yet, you go and listen to the Arizona Sports Pod, and they were like, do what you do. Do what we're paid to do. Sit in the corner, you get the open shot. Don't pass it up for a shot that you're less qualified to take. I thought it was quite interesting to look at the different views on that. So.
And I think it's interesting as well, but with Shamet, for me, it's not so much sit in the corner and pop. I don't think that's where he's at his best. And I think in the last game against Atlanta, we saw where Shamet is at his best, and that is receiving the ball on the move and hitting that three.
Yeah, so, just quickly on that. So, Eddie Johnson and K-Ray, they really speak to they don't want him to move away from doing what he does great. It's more so just until he gets that rhythm back and he gets a couple of easy ones at the rim and gets that confidence, and then that he starts sinking them from outside. But him not so much in the corner, but him curling around the screen,
that's and
that three at the top of the key, that was looking really nice, really really nice. So I think
until he did it next to Nader.
We saw that. We saw that. Well, I actually tossed up putting him in our Topical Suns segment, and
Vlog of the week.
But I think against Atlanta, Boyd, we saw that he curled around the screen, hit those shots, and a couple of big ones too when the Suns were struggling. And I think that started against Houston, and we saw that into the game against Atlanta. So I think that was the most interesting thing out of that game. But let's move on. Atlanta, another W, our fourth in a row, 121, 117. Book was basically the book we expect, 38 points, 8 rebounds again. Just about a leading rebounder when Deandre Ayden isn't out on the floor. And CP3, another 13 assists. What were your thoughts on the Atlanta game?
I did get to see most of this game, which was awesome. Very glad to finish the week off at 3-0. Extremely happy to see our man Frank. Holy shit, that man's got the ball again, Kaminsky. Just step up and really fill in some shoes for us, man. I thought he was amazing. You know, he got put on his ass quite a few times as well. But yeah, no, that was an enjoyable game, man. Like Trae Young did his thing. He got some points. You know, he was double-doubling, but it was just a really, really good game of basketball, and I'm pretty happy that I got to see it this week.
So before I ask for the next opinion, just quickly, over these couple of games, has Frank Kaminsky gone past JaVale McGee as our backup center?
Nope.
Am I?
Look, that's a very hard call in my opinion, man, because we haven't seen as much consistent minute. I don't think we've seen as many consistent minutes from Frank as we have seen from JaVale, and also JaVale knows that's his spot.
We saw as much as we're going to see this week without Deandre Ayton playing.
I think JaVale knows it's his spot, and I think Frank wants to make it his spot, which I think is extremely interesting. But look, we signed JaVale for a reason, man. He's not going to be third string on the center. I don't think so. However, sorry, I would be open to moving him to possible stretch for power forward, something like that.
Nate?
Frank, all we get from him is spurts. Yeah, they're good spurts. They're great spurts, but they're spurts. They're not consistent. And I'm still pissed at McGee for shitting the bed on that game. You know, if he had a bit those rebounds in, that multi I posted in the group would have come off, man. That was a $700 payout.
Wasn't that when he got like a finger 3/4 of the way to his brain?
Yeah, he came back. He came back, a little bit of blood. He played on. It's fine.
So, honestly, Kaminsky Cove, Frank Kaminsky has been sensational since Ayton's been out. Been sensational on offense. There's been one or two defensive plays that are solid. He is so far behind JaVale McGee on the defensive end. It's not a debate.
I think
when we talk about our offensive potency, we have Chris Paul, we have Cameron Johnson, we have Mikal Bridges, we have when we talk about if Deandre Ayton isn't playing, McGee is a no-brainer based on the fact that he changes shots.
Yeah, so my take on the whole JaVale Kaminsky thing, I think I really like what I'm seeing from Kaminsky, and I think he's going to keep he's going to keep McGee honest. He's going to keep him on his toes. I think.
But JaVale's our backup.
Yeah, of course. Kaminsky's got some really good synergy with Mikal Bridges on the cut. He's finding him fairly often, which is really good to see. So he can keep doing that. But I think JaVale.
It's all offense. It's all offense.
JaVale brings that little bit of extra energy on both ends of the floor, and he really does amp the guys up. And so yeah, so I just think I think he shouldn't be worried just yet.
He is constantly running, man. You can't deny that.
Yeah,
he is constantly running.
All right, Boyd, your thoughts on the Atlanta game?
The Atlanta game. Oh man, I don't want to talk it up too much because Nate's in the room, of course, and I don't want to upset him too much. But
lay it on, brother.
He's at Marley's, man. Don't worry about him. He's not even in the country.
Mate, that game was unreal. Book was fucking firing. Look, this is the game that Kaminsky played well the previous game as well, but yeah, this everyone had it going. Got a little bit scary there when I think Trae went fucking bonkers, but we really did finish it well.
Why did Trae go bonkers is my question.
Why did he go bonkers? Oh man, I
have an opinion on it, but
man, I don't read too much. I fucking hate the guy. I think he's a foul baiting piece of shit. Not like Chris Paul foul baiting. I think he's just something about the way that he whines and stuff when he doesn't get it, and it's similar to my Luka hate. It's really deep.
Because Luka is outside of LeBron James. Luka's the biggest sook in the fucking NBA. But
yeah, and look, I don't know if it's exactly that with Trey, but I just something about him is just weaselly. He's just a fuck man, and I can't enjoy him because I'm watching him play my team for one, but he seems a bit weaselly for some reason. Anyway, yeah, so he ended up getting copping a heat check, and we got him under wraps eventually. But yeah, Book just fucking outgunned him, man. It was really good to see. Really good to see.
Nate,
Mate, listening to Boyd talk, I just came up with this analogy. It's like Pat Beverley with no bite.
With me?
No, Trey. Trey Young.
Trey. I thought you meant I was going easy on you, Nate.
No. No, look, I expected. Look, I had some fun watching you in the chat, in the Facebook chat, saying if we lose, it's Nate's fault. He called a loss.
Yeah. I was bracing myself, and I was getting into you.
Mate, I was happy to be wrong. I told you, I'm happy to be proved wrong on this. And look, good win for the boys. That was a really fun game to watch, even if I was watching it on my iPad at the pub because it wasn't on any channel.
Yeah, no, it wasn't on Ayton, was it?
No, you had to have League Pass or you didn't get it.
yeah.
Look, I'm not going to throw as much hate on Trey because I was watching that and just thinking, how do you defend that?
Yeah.
The comparisons that have been made very early to Curry, I think the longer he plays, the more you can sort of see that come out in his game. But still acknowledging the whingy part that Boyd pointed out.
There's a far cry between Young and Curry. I'm sorry.
I'd say they were the same player now.
Honestly, at the level they're at, I don't think there is. At the years they're at, they are very similar.
You're seeing the same flashpoints that you did from Curry at his turning point in his career, and Trey's just coming up. But anyway, they don't play for the Suns, so
Fuck them. Okay, so this was one of the most entertaining games I've ever watched. The Suns and Atlanta were fucking entertaining, and I wish that had been the NBA Finals last year.
nearly was.
Gav, hold on.
it was entertaining.
Gav, I don't forget things, right? I wanted Atlanta to beat the
Yeah, I know.
Bucks, and you, all of you guys, I think Cable as well, jumped on here and said, "Oh no, I'm really worried about Atlanta. Oh, I think I prefer to play the Bucks." And I was the only prick that said, "No, let's play the Hawks."
Yeah.
And so I kind of still hold a little bit of resentment in my heart towards you guys for
No, that's
willing-
100% right, man. I'm pretty sure I was on the Bucks would be the easier bandwagon. So no,
Yes.
I had my money on
be out of
Atlanta
that.
to get all the way through. I had money on Atlanta versus Suns, but I just thought the rhetoric or the storyline, you got to beat the best if you want to claim you're the best. And I didn't think that we would be given that if we beat Atlanta.
Atlanta is still not the best side in the East, but
People could argue the same about us in the West as well, though.
that
Their
was.
problem, though.
I don't care what people argue about us. That was an entertaining game. It was entertaining as hell. It was fun from start to finish. Devin Booker was goddamn unbelievable. The reason we got, and I asked you before, Boyd, why do you think that trade caught fire and why do you think we got to where we were? Monty Williams made a lot of mistakes in this game. Particularly towards the end of the third quarter. That lineup we had in towards the end of the third quarter when we were 2 points down, Devin Booker and Chris Paul both sat on the bench and we were 12 down. We'll get into it further because I'm going to add him to later on, but what the fuck was Abdul Nader doing, playing so many minutes at the end of the third and the start of the fourth in that game when we were getting pantsed?
Mate, my rant's about something else this week, so don't get me on my Nader hater stance Might even give Hammer a run for his money.
Nader hater.
Nader hater.
Honestly, fantastic win at the end of the day, but Devin Booker didn't come back into the game until 5:33, until in the last quarter. I think we made a lot of mistakes in the last 4.5 minutes of the third and the first 6 minutes of the last. But we got away with it and we got the win, so which was great.
We certainly did.
All right, MVP of the week. I'm not going to go into too much more detail as we have in previous weeks. I'm just going to give 3 nominations and you guys have to vote. First nomination is Chris Paul. Second nomination, Frank Kaminsky. Third nomination, Devin Booker. Hammer, who are you voting for? And why?
Why? Because we'll probably never get to say his name again in MVP category, man. So, Frank, holy shit, that man's got the ball again. Kaminsky.
Boyd, who'd you vote?
Really tough. I was just up until about a minute ago still tossing up between Book and CP3. And I'm going to go with Book simply because in this stretch, we really needed this home stretch to get some W's. And his last couple of games in particular, he really, even the fourth quarter of that first game this week, he really did turn it on. And he got us some W's. Look, otherwise we could be looking at being four games below 500 and just in a really bad headspace. Twitter would be bloody imploding right now. But yeah, so I think look, he started off really a bit rusty, and he's got his legs under him now. I think I was reading something today. So he, as of in the first 4 games, he was averaging 21 points on I think 33% 3-point shooting. He's now in the last 4 games, he's averaging 27.5 points on about 38% 3-point shooting. So he's turned that right around. And I think his overall average for the year is 24.5 points and I think 35 or 36% 3-point shooting. So just in that 4-game stretch that we've just watched, he's really turned it around. He's turned his own season around. He's turned the Suns' season around to a certain extent as well. So some much-needed W's, and I think we wouldn't have got him if D-Book didn't do what he did. Boy,
Nice.
I can't argue with that.
Nate.
Book it.
Nice.
That's all I got.
Very nice.
Well, we don't need my vote then. I can't change it unless I vote for Frank, and I'm not. Devon's
Poor Frank.
game of the week was fucking horrible against New Orleans, but his last 2 games of the week were sensational. Chris Paul was very, very flat in a couple of games, particularly in
shooting wise. Yeah.
But in saying that, I think he's playing a little bit of a different game this year.
Yes.
I'm going to lock this in with Book as well. Book MVP of the week. Defensive Player of the Week, we have 4 nominations. Chris Paul over this week had 7 steals, 4 blocks. JaVale McGee had 4 blocks. Bridges, 1 steal, 2 blocks. And Book, 4 steals, 3 blocks, which isn't bad for Book. Am I?
I'm going to have to go with CP3, sorry, man. Like, as Boyd just sort of alluded to, he didn't really do too much else this week, so it was nice to see him show up on the D. But, yeah, look, Book's effort can't be underrated either. However, I definitely think that CP3 was vital. A couple of steals he had there, though. On a certain notice, though, how good was Cam Johnson's no-look bloody interception that he had? How good was that? The team gave us one.
His defense in the Atlanta game, if it wasn't for a couple of other games, Cam Johnson's defense in the Atlanta game would have had him right up there.
He was like Bruce Lee, man. He didn't even have to look. Like halfway between Bruce Lee and David Copperfield, just had his hands up, ball hit him right in the back of the hand. Boom. But yeah, CP3.
Lovely. Boyd,
CP3.
that's all. Very good. Nate?
CP3. I was thinking Ayton, but we didn't see enough of him, whereas CP3 shone. So.
Okay, yeah. Unanimous. Chris Paul was our best defender this week. Week ahead, all right. First game Tuesday, our time, 2 p.m. versus Sacramento or at Sacramento. I think I've got these days worked out now.
So far, it sounds like you have.
Tuesday, 2 p.m. at Sacramento. Do we win and by how much, Hammer?
Look, as far as what I understand, DA may still be out for this game, which is going to make it really tough considering how hard they made it for us last time with Rashawn
Already
Holmes.
ruled out.
Okay, well, Rashawn Holmes, Harrison Barnes, and that are going to have a little bit of a field day. Hopefully, JaVale and Frank can step up. Maybe Sticks if we're up by 40.
Please
do not fucking say his name.
It's ever up by 40, man. Give us a break. Come on. Get behind him. Hashtag Sticks. But yeah, it's going to be a very tough game without DA. It was a pretty tough game last time. I think we underestimated him last time, and especially Harrison Barnes, and he came out and dropped 30 on us or some shit. So it's going to be a tough one, man. It really is.
Are we winning or losing, Hammer?
Yeah, Hammer.
If we do, it's not going to be by much.
Are we losing or winning, Hammer?
We're winning by 2 points.
Okay.
Oh, man. They embarrassed us, man. And I think on the heels of Book's performance, I think he's in the...
How'd they embarrass us? They won on the buzzer.
That's fucking embarrassing, man. They're the Kings.
They
right?
just beat fucking Charlotte.
Who'd they
beat by 30?
Charlotte have lost 4 straight, Gav.
They just beat someone by 30.
Don't talk to me about Charlotte, man.
We lost on a Harrison Barnes buzzer beater.
Don't tell me how good the Kings are. Don't fucking do it. Just don't.
They just
love you guys.
by 30.
The Kings. That was embarrassing to lose to the Kings like we did.
On the buzzer, yeah.
We are going to come out and Book, like I said, he's in a little purple patch, and he's going to light them up. He's going to have that look in his eye. It's personal. You know, Jordan used to take things personal from The Last Dance. He's all watched that.
I've never heard that. Up. No.
Last Dance? You mean where he fucked over Scottie Pippen?
He didn't fuck over Scottie Pippen. That's
In
for
the
another
last
time.
game.
They didn't play with Dwight Howard. What's going on there?
Oh,
Anyway,
Poor old Scotty sad.
I think the guys. I think we get him. I don't think Harrison Barnes does that type of stuff. That fucking 9 times out of 10, I think he misses that shot. I don't think it's clutch. I don't think. You remember that Golden State series when he fucking bombed it? I don't think it's clutch, man. But yeah, look, De'Aaron Fox. We've got CP3 defending really well. De'Aaron Fox is going to be, held down by him. And yeah, look, I mean, even if we haven't got Ayton, who have they really got bigs wise? I mean, they got Rashawn Holmes, but JaVale McGee will match his energy. He's a similar type of up tempo type player, so I think he's going to cancel him out. Marvin Bagley, well, fuck,
He hasn't played.
Not
Don't
playing.
even mention.
I know that's
He's played 3 minutes this year.
We'll bring Sticks in to look after Marvin fucking Bagley. Don't worry about that at all.
I'd rather see Sticks than Nader.
Yeah, no, so would I. So look, I think this is 10 plus, boys. 10 plus. We are a bit of a, like I said last week, we're supposed to have a statement game against the Pelicans. I think this will be the statement game, and a little bit of just desserts served up for fucking Harrison Barnes.
Let's hope so.
Lovely. Nate?
I've got 2 points I want to agree with Boyd on, and I'm not going to make a habit of it.
I don't agree with that's
Boyd?
fine. Cheers.
I do believe it was an embarrassment, and not because it was the Kings, because it was Harrison Barnes. The second part was, I do think Booker's going to take it personal. He's going to take that Michael Jordan approach and say, "Oh, I watched Darren Fox hang my underwear out in the morning, and I took it personal." And he's going to go to the game, and he's going to throw daggers. That being said, given Ayton's out, I have it as a win, but I have it as a win at 1-10.
Gav, come on. What do you think, mate?
Harrison Barnes will still cause us trouble. Harrison Barnes has had a really, really good season. He is a solid player. He's better than what Boyd is throwing up. De'Aaron Fox is too fast for CP3 on the offensive end. But Devin Booker, I will agree, Devin Booker will take everything about that first game personally.
What did you say about CP3?
He's not fast enough to defend.
But he's smart enough. He's good. Don't worry.
But I will tell you one thing. If you watch that game back, most of the time, De'Aaron Fox was defended by Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges will defend Harrison Barnes, which will change that matchup.
It's the way it was supposed to be in that last bloody play.
It's
Somehow
who
he
he
ended up
should
with
have
De'Aaron
defended.
Fox is too fast for anyone in this
Yeah.
league.
De'Aaron Fox is the fast player in the league. It's,
No, I think Nate's MVP of the league could take him.
Al
Ja
Horford.
Morant.
MVP.
No,
Not on defense.
So you've got the Kings, have you, Gav? Is that what you're saying?
I think the Suns will win, and they'll win because Devin Booker will take that entire first game personally.
Big win, little win.
Little.
You're them.
Little win.
1 to 10.
All right.
I reckon 8 points. All right.
3 more games to get through here, boys.
Thursday, 1 p.m. versus Portland. No, Hamo.
Do we know if TA is in?
Not yet.
How do we
All right.
know this shit? We know he's not playing with Zach.
Kind of probably in the juxtaposition of the Sacramento game. I mean, we touched Portland up last time, so they might be coming in with something a
Hey,
little bit.
We didn't. They beat us.
We got touched up.
Didn't we?
Yeah.
They beat us and
Oh,
beat us
man.
easy, like
These
by
are-
a lot.
These early starts are getting worse and worse.
Portland is the side that played the most this year.
DJ McCollum.
Yeah.
Anthony Simons.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just hope we kick their ass then. Clearly, everything else I've got written down here is null and void.
Do we
Please
win?
continue. Oh, yeah, we're going to win. Yeah, definitely. We got to be in our bonnet. Man, I've
Big-
been saying
big
that
or
for
little?
weeks now. Yeah, no,
Big or little?
we got some stuff to bloody prove.
Big or little?
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be over 12 points.
Boyd,
I've got us 1 to 10. I've got CJ McCollum not on fire as much as he was around the time we played him last. I've got him in my fantasy. I don't think Dame has got it all together quite just yet either. But yeah, I think we get him by 1 to 10.
no.
It's a win. It's a revenge game. It's a home game. 1 to 10.
I'm not going to argue. We win this game, revenge game at home. We win. Saturday, 12 p.m. at Memphis. By the way, people who are watching this, from an Australian point of view, not one of these games are televised. Saturday, 12 p.m. versus Memphis. Hamo.
Look, it's going to
Keep
be
in
very
mind-
hard to.
Keep in mind, Memphis have Nate's favourite player.
I was just about to say it's going to be very hard for Nate to go up against his MVP. Look, I kind of have a bad feeling about this one. I was pretty vocal in the off season about if we were going to get a backup center, I would have appreciated to get Steven Adams, whether it's the Aussie Kiwi connection, whatever it is. But I just think You know, he could have been a very good fit, a bit of toughness to our team. I'm assuming everyone's going to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming we might put Ja Morant on Bridges. If that's the case, man, Bridges.
That's not going to be our core, Hemo. That's going to be
no, sorry, I meant
coach's core.
on the reverse, on the defense. You know, we're going to put Bridges on Morant. Would that be about right, you reckon?
Ooh, really good question. Who are the wings for Memphis? Who's the shooting guard? Shooting guard and the 2 and the 3. Anyone know?
Mate, I don't think it fucking matters, to be honest with you.
You reckon Bridges takes Morant?
I reckon
the whole
his
game, I
feet are
don't.
going to be.
Not for the whole game, no.
I reckon Bridges' feet are going to be sore, like pretty damn sore by the end of it, man. Like, I don't know. The Grizzlies are just sort of like that kind of weird team at the moment where they're just, they're kind of there, you know. With Ja Morant, obviously they get a bit of attention, maybe because it's Aussie and I follow a couple of the Aussie New Zealand pages. You get a few of the, you know, Stephen Adams kind of posts as well. But I don't know. I think, well, now that I realise Portland beat us last time, I think the Grizzlies would probably be the toughest one for us.
Stop rambling. Is it a W or an L, Hammer? Come on.
No,
Spit
it's
it out.
It's
Margin.
an L. It's an L.
Margin.
We're gonna lose by 7.
All right. Boyd, you're good for rebuttals. What do you think of Hammer's response there?
Saturday lunchtime. Beautiful. All right, Hemo, make sure you're on the chat. I'll be probably watching it on my phone unless it's on.
No,
it's not on.
Apparently,
Not on
anything,
ESPN.
It's on League
Not
Pass.
on SBS. No. Anyway.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'll watch it on my phone, and I'll have to feed it to you in the timeouts because I think we get them. And I think I think. Well, you said we're losing by 7, so I'm going to say it's 10 plus. I'm going for a big win.
I hope you're right.
And here's what I think. I think Ja Morant has a horrible shooting night, and he just doesn't get the fucking hint, and he doesn't distribute, and he just keeps on throwing them up.
You're hoping for an implosion.
Yeah. I think we're gonna look. I think we've got the defensive clamps to make him that uncomfortable, and I think we can do that to some really good players this season. So that's what I think happens. I think that we do a number on him. We and we pump him.
Gav, we've got a split decision down here. Hamo thinks we're going for a short string loss. Boyd's going for an absolute raping. I don't think you can say that anymore. What do you think, Gav?
This is going to be a tough game because of the way that Memphis play the game. Ja doesn't have Aaron Baines to dunk on. So I'm going Suns 1-10.
Oh, that makes me the bad guy here with Hamo. I think we shit the bed on this one. I think this is the game where we get the wake up, and that's not Ja love. That's just I think that's a W, and I think we'll be fighting to keep it inside that 1-10.
It is going to be a tough game.
Hemo and Nate, what breaks down for us, or who blows up for the Grizzlies? I need some context.
Look at the streak, mate. We've already had 3. We want 2 more. That's a 5-win run. At some point, we've got to get a little complacent. And if we do it against Memphis, they're going to destroy us.
So you reckon that we just don't turn up?
Did you watch the NBA Finals?
Come on, man.
Come on, say it. Tell me I've got no soul.
You have. That's 2 losses in 2 weeks you're predicting for us.
Holy shit. No, that's not unrealistic at all.
No,
but to be fair, I thought we beat Portland the first game, so it sort of equals out. Right? No, look, you know, once again, not knowing the full extent of what's going on with DA, if for some reason he is not available in this game, I'm quite open. I'm a pretty huge Steven Adams fan, and I just think he's going to dominate the paint if Ayton's not there to stop him.
Please, Steven Adams. Fuck me.
The dude's a legend, man.
Oh,
Why don't you like Steven Adams?
I didn't say I didn't like him. I like Aquaman a lot more.
Hang on, Nate.
The same
Nate,
bloke, isn't it?
big loss or small loss?
I said I think they're going to struggle to keep it within 11. So I'm going to say 11 plus. Yeah.
Fuck me. I just
Oh, you think we're going to get smashed?
Yeah. Not smash, but I think it's 11 plus.
I said Suns by
Right,
7.
so
I don't think that's a smashing.
let's look
That's
at-
just sort of a light.
Let's look at the Grizzlies.
Okay.
Right. Jar.
Take them now, man. Take the lumps
Right.
now. That's what I
Jar
said.
could hurt us. Jar could hurt us. No. Desi Bain.
not worried.
I think you're missing the point. It's the sum of the parts here, not the individual parts.
Yeah, it's the whole season. Yeah, I get it. That's
And it's in Memphis too, isn't it?
Yep.
yeah, at Memphis. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
I cannot
You're right,
wait. Boyd,
I hope to
take a breath. Boyd,
everyone that I
And
am
wait-
wrong.
and wait
you
till
guys
next
are right.
Monday. Wait till next Monday and we can fucking belt the shit out of them.
Get in line behind Ben Simmons.
I can't believe two out of us 4, we're astute Phoenix Suns fans,
Neither of
are
these
saying that we're getting fucking pumped by the Grizzlies because we're playing them at home.
I didn't say pumped. I said 7 points.
Boyd,
Seven's
Boyd,
that's still a pump.
neither of these two idiots called us out on our tips from last week. Monday,
Last week, man.
Monday, 11 a.m. So this will be, I think I'm still on track. I think I'm still right. Monday, 11 a.m. Pre our next pod at Houston, against Houston. To be honest, I could see what the next two, Hamo and Nate's predictions will be after a loss. But, mate, will we beat Houston?
Yes.
Come
Hammer.
on.
We beat
Oh, is that
Houston.
it? Look, yeah, I definitely think we beat Houston. Plus, I don't know if the game might go ahead if anyone's seen the news with what went on in Texas today in the Travis Scott concert.
Yeah,
But,
the game will still go.
yeah,
that won't affect
yeah,
that.
mate. Let's hope it gets washed out, mainly by the Suns kicking their ass.
Very good, boy. Do you think we can win this one after we get absolutely
I've got us
by
for,
Memphis?
I think, guys, I've got us for a win every game that I've come on here and predicted, right?
Yep.
And you don't think that it's sustainable.
You
and
haven't
that's all-
predicted loss though.
No. Look, we're not losing this game. We're gonna belt them. And here's the thing. Look, this is the time right now. We've gone through a tough patch. The West is up for grabs. There's a few teams who are starting to. I think Utah lost today. Was it? I think they lost today. We've got some of these top West powers starting to flounder, and I think this is a time after this really cool homestand we've just been on. We're going to move into this week, and we're going to solidify that top 4 space. I think we can be top 2 by the end of this week, and I think we take the step up. We've got the foot on the throat, and we're going to fucking apply some pressure this week. We're going to pump them, boys. We're going to get them.
4 from 4. Love it, Nate. Are we going to bounce back after our demolition at the hands of Memphis?
11 plus W.
That's it.
That's it. Move on. We got more to cover. We're running out of time. Let's do this.
Look, our first half against Houston last time was horrible. But I think that from a coaching staff and a player perspective, we worked Houston out comfortably. Our biggest threat's Cameron Wood, and let's be honest, it's so Boyd and I have the Suns going 4-0 and turning at 9-3. Nate and Hamo have us turning at 8-4. Now, most importantly, I've got to open up my timer because we are at the most important time of the night, which is 60 seconds with Nate.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, me. Yeah.
Your turn.
Yep. We've gone full circle.
60 seconds with Nate. I'm going to give you a counting. 3, 2, 1, go.
Fuck clutch sports. That's my opener. I hate watching a sporting agency, which is essentially one agent, manipulate and control the NBA. Yes, they're meant to get the best for their players, the best deal, but whatever happened to the best outcome? The pendulum is so far in the players' favour at the moment that teams are suffering from salary cap issues, culture disruption, and all this shit caused by Clutch putting shit in the heads of their players.
30 seconds.
That's the bulk of it. I reckon Clutch are getting the best monetary deal for their players and screwing the culture of teams on the way. Let me quote Charles Barkley for you. They just bullied the league at some point to a team of the league got to stand up and say, wait a minute, I paid you, guy. You can't bully me to trade him to make take some trash back. So I'm hoping somebody in the Sixers organization got some stones. Rant over.
Hamo, rebuttals.
Oh, you said Sixers, so Ash Shaw, there you go. You got your Simmons comment, mate. Nah, I got nothing, man. That was very well executed.
Boyd.
Yeah, I really don't like Rich Paul and Clutch ever since they're fucking balls deep in bloody LeBron. He's what, silent owner or whatever. I think there's so much tampering going on with this mob. They fucked over Nerlens Noel with his contract, told him not to take that $85 million deal, and they get him over 100 the next time around. And this guy's living off fucking MLEs and if he's lucky or minimums now, and that's why it's going to stay for him. It looks like. So, I think look, they're after their commission check, and they're willing to fucking step on whoever, wherever, to get it. And yeah. Not a fan at all. The whole Ben Simmons thing, Ben Simmons is, I'd do the same thing if the team was trying to trade me and carrying on like that and fucking me over and blowing all this smoke up Joel Embiid's ass. And when I should be the number one guy, I'm Ben Simmons. So
I'm pinching something off Nate here. Shut up, Boyd. Seriously?
You get $53 million. Learn how to shoot a friggin' basketball.
Oh, man, just grow the fuck up and do what your fucking job is.
Ben Simmons is the best defender. He's the best defender. And he can guard one through to 5. He can get his points on the inside whenever he wants. He's a fucking 6'10" point guard. Yeah. And he can't shoot very good.
I'm with you. Why the fuck do you need to shoot threes if you can finish at the basket?
That's right.
But he passes at the basket in clutch moments.
Oh, why? Because he did it in the playoffs last year.
Because he's a bitch.
Yeah, isolated incident. However,
he did it once or twice last year.
His team fucked him over and have been trying to trade him since the Harden and Daryl Morey fucking love affair started. Look, and also after he fucked up, you should be rallying around your boys and fucking looking after him, not saying, "Oh, well, fuck this guy." He did. You heard the comments afterwards.
He should have come to the Olympics.
There's obviously something deeper in there, man. He's obviously upset a few people. I mean, hey, Joel Embiid wasn't going to take a swing at Lonzo and not think it wasn't Ben Simmons.
You're wrong.
Leave Ben alone, Emma.
Leave Ben alone.
I'm still sore from the Olympics. Screw Ben.
Yeah, I was for a little bit,
That
but you know
that's
what?
the gap for me. He should have rocked up and played Olympics basketball.
Damn straight.
Yeah, I agree. I agree he should have, but I'm
Soft.
big enough to get past it and
Yeah,
just
but he
His-
just went
his
to Wimbledon and
excuse-
worked
his
on his
excuse there-
forehand.
Ben's excuse there was fucking weak as piss. But in saying that, the amount of crap he copped after that playoff series from his own team, I'd want to be fucking traded to.
Hey, before we get too far off this, I know we've been talking a lot of Ben Simmons. Does anyone, without looking it up, know
You're welcome, Ash.
know who the highest paying salary is on the Clutch Sports roster?
Oh no,
it's got to be LeBron, hasn't it?
It does not.
no,
No?
it's not. I know it's not LeBron.
It's a bench warmer.
Abdul Nader.
John Wall this season is getting $44.3 million to sit on the bench.
I thought LeBron
Not
was
even
getting that.
playing.
LeBron is getting $41 million.
40. Yeah, I knew it was in the 40s. Yeah, right.
Davis
John
is
Wall.
the third one at 35. So look at that.
He's not. John Wall.
120 million in salaries on your top three clients in one season. Two of them are playing, two of them on the same team.
Let's be honest, though. Houston wants to trade John Wall. What the fuck are they trading John Wall for 41 million? Who is taking John Wall for 41 million? Buy him out. Houston, buy him out.
All right, rant over. What do you got for us, Gav?
All right. We are into our multi and another disappointing week. So Hamo's let us down. We were supposed to win.
Yeah, look, it was a tough week for the multi, mate.
No, it wasn't. We won all 4 games. So don't spit shit, Hamo.
We all unanimously, or however that word's pronounced.
Unanimously.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he plays for Sudan. We went for the Hawks game. We went Suns win by 11 plus. That obviously didn't happen. Booker for 25 plus. Yeah, he got 38. CP3 for 10 plus. Got 13. We had Ayton in for the 8 rebounds because we didn't know he wasn't going to play.
Yeah.
We went CP3 steals and Shamet 3-pointers, but unfortunately at the time that I logged on, we couldn't find a market for it. So as it was, we had $10 on it at, from memory, I think it was about 8 point something.
Yeah.
But either way, another $10 down. Our kitty is now down to $43.80.
Right. We got four games this week. Clearly, we're not betting on the Memphis game because we're getting flogged.
Not to win.
What are we going? Sacramento, Portland, Houston.
Houston, no.
Well, why don't you
Memphis.
make it different? If you pick 3 of the 4 games as W's, and pick the margin in each one. So pick all the ones we agree we're going to win, and then we'll pick the margin in each one and see what odds we get on that.
That doesn't seem like a bad idea.
One straight multi.
Yeah.
I'll
For the
look
week.
at that
So
after
we
after this
think we're
cast,
winning.
and I'll get it onto the page as soon as
We
possible.
think we're winning Sacramento, Portland, Houston.
Yep.
Sac, what are we going?
I'd say just put it out the group, get involved. Get the Facebook group involved as to what margin to pick.
All right, Facebook group. We'll put a poll up. Sacramento 1 to 10 plus. Portland 1 to 10 11 plus. Houston 1 to 10 11 plus. Can't bet on Memphis because half of our group thinks we're going to get flogged. All right, we're moving
Sorry,
on.
mate. Sorry, mate.
Now
All good.
we are moving on to the fun part. On our topical Suns. I'm going to leave the main topic to last, and I'm going to start with the Deandre Ayton injury. I added this for a particular reason, but I want to see everyone's feedback. what are your thoughts on the Deandre Ayton injury?
Missed your
Don't do
question
it,
there, Gav. You blacked out on us.
Don't do it,
You
Gav.
know? All right. Hamo, what are your thoughts on the Deandre Ayton injury?
I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist. It's unfortunate that he's been injured. Everything inside me does not want it to be related to him not getting his bag in this off-season.
Nice. Boyd?
It's got absolutely nothing to do with the contract things. It's got nothing to do with the Sava shit going on. And I know that's where your mind's going, Gav. Fucking know it. And it's got nothing to do with that. He's got a bit of a fucking, what is it, a stinger or something, a cork in his leg or whatever. And he tried to come back on it. Still a little bit of discomfort. It's way too early in the season to risk getting further injured over something so trivial. So
No, fair
make
call.
sure it's right. Make sure it's right, and he'll come back, and then he'll get his bag at the end of the year, and all this Starver stuff will fucking go away, and it's none of it's related. And Da is very much the same part of the team as he was last year.
No.
Nothing to see here. Moving right along.
This is everything to do with the Sava thing.
Fucking is not.
Deandre Ayton not only played a
Did
game.
I buy your comic books this week, Gav?
It's my turn. Shut up. Deandre Ayton played a game. Not only played a game, but fucking dominated a game. The ass of the game. And then all of a sudden has not been seen since. Not a bench, not a training, nothing. After Jalen Rose, and look, there's a lot of conjecture about what Jalen Rose said. But after Jalen Rose came out, Deandre Ayton has not been seen since. This concerns me. I know others don't have the same concerns I do. But reality is he has not even been seen. Media, nothing else. Even with the opportunity. So do I think Deandre Ayton right now is pissed? Yeah. Do I think he will come back and be the same Deandre Ayton? Yes, I do. Because he's a professional and he will play the game as he should play it. But while he can have a couple of games off, he'll do it.
Yeah,
I'm finished.
I didn't
I'm
know half
finished.
those tidbits, but yeah.
Do you pick up League Pass with that tinfoil hat, Gav? If so, hook me up, brother. I'll,
Gavin Rambo spoil.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what comes out of it.
So-
But
Make a fair argument, Gav. I mean, you got to
Jalen
look at
Rose-
all sides.
Jalen Rose said that something about Sava saying that Ayton
he
was
won't, he won't
was
play
a
that.
lazy so and so. All right.
Yeah, he won't play
With the
that.
bag.
He won't play that lazy N word.
Yes.
Hmm.
Look, I'm still thinking.
We
that
haven't
a
seen
lot of
him
this
since.
stuff is- I don't. Because he's fucking. He's
Deandre
injured and he's
Ayton-
probably at home with his family.
Deandre Ayton, when he was injured, was on the bench every single fucking game. All of a sudden, he wasn't.
I wasn't even watching the bench, mate. I was watching the game,
He
No, you're
wasn't
right,
there.
though.
which probably explains a lot
right.
of your takes tonight.
He was
Too
not.
busy watching the fucking crowd rather than the fucking game.
He
Anyway,
was. He
Carry
was
on.
Yeah, but
not.
which game?
carry on.
He wasn't
Thanks, Boyd. I've got to tick that little box at the end of the recording. Says not suitable for children.
there. All right. Topic 2, Landry Shamet. Nate, what's yours?
Mate, I wanted to give him my little spotlight award for the week. I thought I mentioned last week when we were talking about the Hawks game, I kind of brought up threw it out there that maybe Landry Shamet finally shows up because Shooter's got to shoot, and we need shooters against Atlanta. Well, he turned up a game early, didn't he? Turned up against Houston, had a cracker. Turned up against Atlanta, went 3 of 6 from 3-pointers, so 50% from there, and 3 of 3 from free throws. I think he looked good. The only time he didn't look good is when Nader ran across the front of him and tripped over him. I want to give the man a little gold star, little encouragement award, and stick the little gold star in his lunchbox and send him off to work and say, "Go, you little good thing."
Very good after you slapped him last week. Hamo?
Yeah, look, I thought he was all right, man, from what I seen. Like you said, changing from just dropping the dime from the corner and actually reading the defense and adjusting. And yeah, no, I seen him have a pass or two as well, which was nice for a change. But yeah, no, he's just got to fit into our style. You think he's come from Brooklyn, where he's had so many different styles to connect with, you know what I mean? Like, and then Harden got dropped in the mix, and Kyrie went wherever Kyrie went, and yeah, I think he's got a lot of potential, a lot of promise for us, and I think he's going to stay around for a couple of years, hopefully.
We gave him the bag, or the money anyway, so he's got to stick around.
Hopefully.
Boyd?
Yeah, look, we covered it off earlier as well. I think he's just stepping into it now, along with a few other guys. So I think he's got his groove back somewhat, and I think it just builds from here on out.
Hard to argue. I think he's just trying to find his place. Last couple of games, started to find it. All right. This will be as controversial as the last topic, which
the money shot.
Everyone, no, not yet.
Oh, really?
Money shot is last. I've added, there is 4 topics. This is number 3. Last topic is the money shot, but Abdul Nader. Boy.
Oh, I'm not saying trade Abdul Nader. Just don't give him so much burn.
Don't trade him. He's fucking worth nothing.
Exactly.
No. He had some good little patches last season, and I think he can get back to that. But don't drive the team into the ground trying to find it. Just fucking put him at the back of the bench and just give him some garbage minutes when we fucking have massive leads, and then when he starts playing well, you know, give him a few more minutes. Then don't do it now. We need to get some synergy with our top 7 guys, not a guy who should probably be a 15th man. So yeah, that's all I got to say on Nader.
Very cool. It's not my turn yet. Nate.
I am a Nader hater this week. I'm done. I'm sick of watching him on the court. I wrote a note down watching the Houston game that he's clumsy and costly. His defense looks like when he was defending Eric Gordon, there was a play where he looked like someone in a robbery facing the wrong way, and just got torched. And then there was that Shamet thing where he just went the wrong way on the screen, and they both kind of just ran into each other rather than creating a shot. And then the very next possession, he runs back, he gets the offensive fast break. He's got Cam Johnson on the wing. He does not pass. He goes to the ring and he misses and turns the ball over. I'm done. That's enough. Enough, Nader.
Am I?
Look, there's a lot of B, C list Suns players I've loved over the years, and I would trade Nader for 2 of them off the top of my memory. Bring back Mike James. And where's Jack Cooley when you need him? Bring back the fridge. He's the MVP of the Summer League, guys. Come on. Played more Summer League games. He played more Summer League games than anyone in history. It's a fact. Look it up.
No.
I mean, him and CP3 are the same age. They're going to have some stories to share.
Perfect, man. Well, your fridge will run straight through anyone you put in front of him, man. Like, yeah. So, yeah, Nader's good.
Monty. I've seen it on Twitter and it's actually spot on. Every human should find someone they love as much as Monty Williams loves Deandre. It's a fucking disgrace.
Or Boyd now Horford.
Play Isaiah Wainwright. Fucking, he is Abdul Nader 2.0. Like, seriously, how the fuck is this bloke getting minutes? I don't want to be rude, but
Bring back the fridge, man. That's all you got to do. Bring back the fridge.
His last couple of minutes in the last game were the most horrific minutes of basketball I've ever watched in my life. It was like watching me try to play fucking NBA basketball.
It was bad.
He is not up to it. Move him on.
My comments, I've actually got a statement for the Atlanta game written down just for Nader. He looks rubbish, full stop. That was my summary of his entire game.
Yeah, I've got the same comment, but all right.
Is this the money shot?
Here comes the fun and the
If I could
spank.
be serious for a
Actually, yeah,
moment.
we probably can't actually even describe it like that because that's what got him into this mess.
Yes. We are now going to talk about the most topical subject in Suns basketball in the last 10 years. Hamo, what are your thoughts on the Robert Sava article? Keep in mind, we don't want every person on our podcast to never listen again.
Look, it's just, yeah, it's so hard to say anything when we're obviously so many hours away in a different country and we don't get the up-to-date feeds and so forth. But then again, it's just the media. You don't know. Look, it's, we've spoken about it and we're just, well, I feel I'm just going to repeat the same old things where it's like, you know, innocent till proven guilty, like Nate said. And it's just, it's really hard to approach a topic like this, man. I mean, it seemed to have spanned away from just the sexualized kind of stuff this week and been more into the racist kind of stuff, which is a bit tougher to, you know, if it's coming across two angles, man. I just don't know, man. I really don't know what to say until it's all over, eh? But I don't know. It's not looking good.
Fair call. Boyd?
Yeah. He might be a shitty boss, but nothing's been proven. Innocent until proven guilty. Just everyone's fucking look. These are all people who have been fucking sacked or fucking moved on, and they're all banding together with the same fucking same song. I'm defending Sava for now.
Yeah.
If there's any hard evidence that he's done any of that bad shit, look, he dacked someone at work and had a good old laugh about it. I did that in my 20s. I was in a managerial role, and I dacked one of my employees, and it was the fucking greatest thing I think I've ever done in that 10-year span. It was hilarious, and it was great. But we're still mates. There was no fucking hoopla about it.
That's great.
It was brilliant. But you know, I didn't.
Good old school dacking.
I wasn't. I wasn't. Yeah. Look. So look, I've done some shitty things in my employment as a small time manager a lot of years ago. But I at the end of the day, I didn't do anything with malice. It was all in fun. The world has changed. You can't do shit like you used to be able to do it. and I think if anything, Sava might be a victim of that. But I don't think all the heinous stuff, the real malicious stuff, I don't think there's legs to that. And I think that's the cherry that these guys are trying to put on top to bury Sava. And look, I will eat my fucking hat if I'm wrong. But I think I like Bobby Sava, man, and and I'm with him. So if you don't want to fucking listen to me anymore because I like the bloke, fine. But stop being so fucking precious and lighten up a bit. He used to be a cheapskate. He's not anymore. And now all these people who have fell victim to his acts at work, he's sacking these dudes. They're all fucking chiming in together and trying to fuck him over, if you ask me.
That's a damn good point as well.
Nate?
I had this visual this week, and I'm going to start with a little bit of comic value. I had this visual of the solicitor sitting down with Sava, saying, right, this is what you've been accused of. The racism, the misogyny, the sexist remarks, and the pantsing. And I just got this visual of Sava going, you did that one, I did that one.
that
one.
was hilarious. That was great.
Let's make a statement about that one.
That one's me. Yeah.
I remember that. It was a good time. I'll just more to
He
what
was
Boyd
wearing
was
pink
saying.
undies.
I remember that was a good time.
Like, we were talking to Boyd was saying, back in our day, like I've been on many sporting teams. I've been the recipient of that kind of behaviour. Once at a festival, and it wasn't fun at the festival. You take it in your stride, you're blokes.
I remember that. That was a good time. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm fucking cool.
That was the best. Do you remember that, Gail? Like, yeah, that was awesome when we
that
dacked
was
him.
fucking
Yeah, that
hilarious.
was fucking sweet.
But the rest of it, and again, Boyd made a comment using the word it's malicious. The other things he's been accused of that have no witnesses. There's only 2 people who've been putting their name to any of these claims. Yeah, I think it is malicious. I still think it's a witch hunt. I think he has an opportunity here. Like, there's going to be, like, look at the Mark Cuban thing where they changed his HR department. He was ordered to do something with his HR department and change that. I think he's got an opportunity here to get ahead of things and do something with the way HR runs, do something that changes the culture a bit, because he's going to get asked to do it anyway. So may as well do it because it's your decision before the league investigates it and tells you to do something. Get in front of it. Yeah. No, I think, that's enough at the moment, because it's still a lot of hearsay. There's no tapes, there's no video, there's no nothing. So, while the whole world basketball world might jump up and down and say this is the opportunity to get rid of him, I think that's the reason it's a witch hunt, because some of us just don't hate him that much.
I don't hate Sava, man. And, like, just to rebuttal on my own rebuttal, sorry, Gav, to cut you off.
Okay.
But, like, I don't want to believe it, but we know what the media does, and we know how these sort of things end up transpiring and getting settled out of court and all of that. And, ever since the Sterling affairs, man, these things are just, they can't be taken lightly. And that's the only reason why I said I'm a little bit worried.
Well, that's the point, though. It comes back to the cloth we're cut from. There was no intent. If we said something off the cuff 10, 20 years ago, even now, there's no intent.
Well,
these guys are saying it's malicious.
It's my turn. Then we can talk about it.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Sorry,
mate.
Podfather.
All right. Is Robert Sava a shit bloke? Yes, he is. Is he going to be bumped as the Sun owner based on this article? Not a fucking hope in hell. No evidence. There is nothing. Oh, to be honest, I read the article and went, is that all? Like, it was, the stuff that's claimed in the article is shit. But it's not fucking groundbreaking. It's not bombshell. There was nothing there. Robert Sava is a piece of shit. We knew it 3 years ago.
Or a fun guy.
10 years ago. Do you want to know what, though? every single. And the funny thing is, Portland now. I turned around going, oh, yeah, our CEO is a piece of shit too. Because they're making jokes and behaving. They're making jokes and behaving like every fucking male human in the history of the world. Males, ordinary people. Yes, we are. Why? We're ordinary people because this is the way we were raised. These are the jokes we tell. These are the actions we take. It sucks, but there's nothing in that article that is over the top. There is nothing in that article that is outside the norm. People may get upset with me or whatever, and everyone else has tried to be as nice and as short as they can be. Well, put it this way. Boy, you love Robert Sava, yeah? You're supportive of him and everything he's done, yeah?
Not everything, but
most, yeah.
In putting together a finals team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no issue.
No, I mean, you brought up a good point about Portland because I actually wanted to mention that too. There was a release on Neil O'Shea. He's being investigated for allegedly creating a hostile work environment that includes complaints of intimidation, profanity-laced tirades, and bullying. Sources say.
Am I?
It's the Me Next movement.
Yeah. Well, I don't even care about any of that. Like, I just wanted your feedback from that perspective of, yes, you've heard it. Yes, you see it. Yes, all that stuff. The Me Too. Like, I get it. His behavior was poor. Is it enough to get him outed? No, because he's nowhere near Donald Sterling.
Oh, God, no.
Closer to what Mark Cuban was accused of, what Donald Sterling was. In a explosive article that really
doesn't say shit.
That shit happens in every business in every country around the world right now.
Doesn't mean it's right.
No.
It does
I absolutely agree. Is it right? No. But
none of it was. The only shit that he really owned up to was and one of the things that he owned up to about a conversation about Draymond Green, it sounded like that the other side took it all out of context and
I hate the way that was trying not to get this the wrong way. The way that was printed was really poor. Because everybody came out and basically when you read the articles or when you read the headlines of the articles was Robert Sava said this about Draymond Green. No, he didn't. Robert Sava said, why can Draymond Green say this, but our players can't?
Yeah.
And that is it. Now, to make it clear, Boyd likes Robert Sava. Nate likes Robert Sava. Hamo. I fucking hate Robert Sava. I want him to sell the team. I wanted him to sell the team for 5 years. But this bullshit, this article, this everything else is an absolute crock of shit. Do you want to know what upsets me the most? There is someone within the ownership group that is forcing this article. And that is the cut and dry of it all. I believe the person that is trying to push this, and in saying that, for years I hoped that this guy would become the next owner. The way you're going about it, dude, it's the wrong way. Don't try and force him out for fucking hearsay and bullshit, and you try to ruin his reputation by doing it the way you're doing it. It's the wrong way. I don't like Robert Tava. I want him to sell the team. I would like the person who I believe is pushing this, which is the only owner who didn't sign up to the owner's release from the Phoenix Suns and then rocked up to a Phoenix Suns game with Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is an agenda there, and you're doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, we'll know more when the facts come out. I think we can all. It may very well be that Nate and I are wrong, and you guys are right, and we sell the team and we move on. Who fucking cares, man? Who cares about this guy?
I don't think either you or Nate are wrong.
Yeah, look,
I'm trying to say
we're giving it way too many legs. He's a fucking owner. He sits up in the top office. The media want to talk about it all day. I want to talk about the next 5-man lineup we're going to run out onto the fucking court when we kick the King's ass. Like that's where
we are a Phoenix Suns podcast, true and forward, man. We need to address this. It sucks. I don't want to talk about this shit either, man. I just want to wait and see what happens. But you know, unfortunately,
and it sucks even more that we just played NBA Finals and we're talking about this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's just hope we don't end up getting pantsed by Memphis.
We're not. You think? Good. Anyway, what's next? Are we at the end of this glorious, informative
I do believe
podcast?
that this concludes our broadcast day.
Yeah, we're done.
Lovely. Well, you've managed to upset me again, Nate and Hello. Well done.
That's what I do best, cuz.
It's our point in life. It's why we do this pod. Other than for the Suns fans, it's to piss you off.
Thank you very much.
So, before we do finish, though, Boyd, do you want to just quickly wrap up Boston's games this week, or
Al Horford? That's all. I've got him on my fantasy, mate, and he's doing some stuff. Couldn't care less about Boston.
He's not going to be some stuff. Showed up, had a jersey on. I don't know what he did, but he did some stuff.
Man, he's banging out 40 plus games in fantasy. 40 plus points for me each game. It's killing it. It's lovely.
All right, Gav. We said we'd give him a pass from now on. All right, joke's old.
Okay,
that's a fair call.
He'll give us another opportunity for a new joke. It's no problem.
Yeah.
By the way, Boyd, I just bought a shirt the same as yours.
Did you, Johnny Big?
Yeah.
Johnny Big, man. That's me. I'm.
They do the
good.
big. Yeah.
They do. They look after the big boys, man.
So, Suns fans, comment, like, share, all that stuff.
Share, subscribe, check out our YouTube.
We got a bit serious.
Check out our Spotify.
We got a bit serious there for a second.
We brought it back pretty quick.
Not one person here said fuck Sava, like Suns Twitter did. And one person here is disappointed with what we threw up in the last week. Suns Twitter, we love you. Keep following us. Get on, follow, like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you do with YouTube and fucking Spotify and all that fun stuff. Get on, do that, support us. We want to keep talking about the Suns. We will be back next Monday after 4 games this week, not 3. Last week I thought it was 4, but it was 3.
You can still say hi to your mum for me.
Useless. Say hi to your mum for me. And last things, Boyd, last comments.
Got nothing, mate. Let's gear up for a big winning week.
Hamo?
Mate, I just got the usual. do us a favour, do yourselves a favour, like, share, subscribe. Aussie Suns fans on Facebook. Check us out. We got a lot of great content, and we had to unfortunately boot a few people from the chat this week because we actually reached our limit. So if anyone who is listening got booted by accident, please let us know. Boyd is now 2IC or shared 2IC of the chat. So yeah, just get in there, get amongst the chat, get on the page, get on the YouTube, guys. Just help us out. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Everything you do, every click you make makes it easier for us to get out there to people who want to hear about the Suns in Aussie.
Before I get to you, Nate, boy, what is Cameron Payne doing in your background?
No, he's just come back from injury, mate. I'm just paying my dues. He's a couple of games and he'll be back, mate. He'll be back. He'll get his legs under him and he'll be good again.
Looks like he's giving you a tickle.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his face is doing in your background.
It's a bubble photo.
He's had an absolute shocker in his return, but yeah, I could be wrong on him, and I was very high on Cam Johnson as well earlier, and but he's starting to come back too. Look, just buckle up, guys. These guys are going to hit some form soon.
Nate, last comments.
No, nothing to do with the game. I'm just going to sit here and look at my background and say I look forward to the day I can have a beer at this joint with you fellas. Bring on Marley's.
Sounds damn good. And sorry, just to cut everyone off, I'll put the multi up in the Facebook page within the next hour.
Cool.
Lovely, guys. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next week.
Go Suns.
See you guys.
As Chris Paul gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long-range jumper.
PHOENIX. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. PHOENIX. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Chris Paul bring a dinner with a dish. D-Book on the corner with the swish. We the valley, hating with the dumb. Posterizing, now the crowd getting pumped. We the best, I ain't talking about Cali. Who's next? Never winning in the valley. Can't wait for that championship rally. Send them home, send them back to Cali. Stand up if you're down for the Suns. Put a finger in the air, we number one. PHOENIX. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. PHOENIX. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing